gentlemen, I am Electric Ninja Beans here, and today we're starting a new series. It's called Transfic reading. And you may ask, what is Transfic reading? Well, it's me reading a bunch of Transformers fanfics that I found online. I'll send you a link to the book in the description. It depends on what I'm feeling like how many chapters I'll read per video, but this book that we're reading today, Cybertronian Secrets, is on Wattpad by Scarlet Inc. It's a really good book, one of my favorites, so I guess we'll get on it. First, we read the description, because that's what we always do. Starlet Flash is an Autobot who wants nothing more but than to save Cybertronian. Shut up. Okay. Now, if I don't get interrupted by Josh. Okay, let's restart. Starlet Flash is an Autobot who wants nothing more but than to save Cybertron and Earth from the Decepticons. Although she has a strong bond with all the Autobots, only Optimus Prime knows all of her secrets. Only Optimus knows why Starlet Flash has a hard time fighting Decepticons, even though she believes in the Autobot cause. And to Starlet Flash is only Optimus to know all of her secrets and still trust her. But when the secret's out within not only the Autobot base but also within the Decepticon ship, will points of view from a few Autobots and Decepticons change? Oh no, will it? I'm not doing any spoilers, I just now realized I had my music playing. So, let's change this to the appropriate music. There. Because whenever we're doing anything Transformer thing plays. Those who want to hear it. And the other ones just ignore it. Okay. Chapter 1. Starlet Flash point of view. One word can describe my life. War. War is the reason for the battles that have raged inside my own mind. War is the reason I've lost so many I've cared about. War is the reason I lost Cybertronian, and war is why the Autobots and Decepticons are fighting each other. Here on Earth, things haven't been too bad. It's been 3 whole years since any Decepticon activity has popped up, and 3 whole years since I had seen certain Decepticons. I miss the days back on Cybertron before the war. The days where you could be friends with anybody and there was no rift between each other. I did have some friends who sided with the Decepticons, but none of the Autobots need to know that. The only Autobot who knew was Optimus, but that's because he knew me long before the war began. That was back when he was known as Orion Pax. But that time was long gone, and I would just have to suck it up and deal with it. Anyways, I've been scouting, and I got a message from Optimus. Starlet Flash, we're bridging you back to base so we can bridge Cliff Jumper's coordinates, Optimus said through the comm link. Okay, but what happened to Cliff Jumper? I asked. He had ran into the Decepticons, Optimus said. Any specific Decepticons? I asked, hiding my nerves. Not that I know of yet, Optimus said. As the ground bridge appeared in front of me, I drove through it. As I got back to base, I went out of out of a vehicle mode, which was a motorcycle that was very similar to RC's vehicle mode, but it had some noticeable differences. I would have gone for a car that actually had 4 wheels, but I was good at sneaking around, and a motorcycle was much smaller than a car, therefore it was much easier to sneak around as. Ratchet, prepare the ground bridge. Optimus said. But when we arrived at the scene, the Decepticons were long gone. But so was Cliffjumper. We looked around and RC found one of Cliffjumper's horns. Soon after, Cliffjumper's life signal went offline. Great. I lost another friend to this stupid war. Who did it? Who took his life? Was it Starscream or maybe Breakdown? My anger boiled inside me, but then I remember what Optimus told me many years ago. Revenge does not ease my pain, but it will feed it because it to grow. The words flashed in my mind. I was good friends with Cliffjumper, but RC was much closer to him than anyone else. I was once that close to Autobot, but Decepticons came in, and I'm honestly afraid to get that close to anyone ever again. After a long day of losing an Autobot, I decided to drive around town that was near our base, Jasper, Nevada. It wasn't the most exciting place, but I didn't really care. I drove around and I noticed RC had a human with her. Wait, what? Then 2 Decepticons were chasing her. Scrap! I said to myself as I sped after them. Soon it was an all-out brawl, but Bumblebee came as a reinforcement. When we drove back to base, Ratchet was pretty annoyed that we let humans see us. After so much explaining, I wasn't as confused as to why RC was with a human. The next day came. RC and B went out to find the 2 humans that had spotted us. While they were out looking, I was sitting on the roof of our hidden base. Then I heard the elevator move and turn, and I saw Optimus walking over. Starlet, you've been acting differently since these yesterday's events. While the loss of Cliffjumper troubles us all, I suspect that this isn't the only reason you've been acting differently, Optimus said. It's just that he doesn't know I'm here, and I'm afraid of what he might do if he finds out. I don't know. I know no one has seen him for a long time, but I have a feeling that if he will return. I said just barely, letting the nervousness in my voice show. When the time comes, if Megatron returns, and if Megatron does learn of your presence here, I think it will only aid in our cause, Optimus said. I cringed at Megatron's name. We headed back inside as RC and B dropped back. After meeting the humans, there were now 3 rather than 2. This should be interesting, I thought to myself. Meanwhile, on the Cybertronian ship, Knockout's point of view. I was fixing some stretches on my paint while Breakdown walked in. Did you hear of that? Did you hear Starscream took out Cliffjumper? Yeah, he asked while he walked in. Of course I heard about. You know, rumors spread quickly around this ship, especially whenever they're about Autobots. I said to him. Why are you so obsessed with your paintwork? Seriously, it's not that big a deal. Breakdown said sarcastically. Not that big a deal? I snapped at him. Anyway, now how brutal do you think the beating was that the Autobot took? Breakdown asked, attempting to change the topic. It was probably very brutal. Just out of curiosity, were there any other Autobots with Cliff Jumper before he was taken prisoner? I asked. No, I'm pretty sure he was alone when they found him. Why? Well, a few rumors have been going around that say she is here on Earth, and she's helping the Autobots. I'm sure if it's true, I don't think that certain Decepticons will be too happy to find out this rumor, I explained. Wait, she might actually be on Earth? How is that even possible? Breakdown exclaimed. How am I supposed to know it's possible? All I know is that if it's true, we shouldn't let anybody else find out. I heard Breakdown say. What? I asked. It's just that I thought she was dead. So did a lot of others. Breakdown explained. Trust me, she's alive. She may not be a Decepticon, but she has the wits of one. I saw her escape on that terrible day, I told him. Back at the Autobot base. Scarlet Flash's point of view. I stood with all other Autobots as we explained to the kids why we were here and why the Decepticons were here. I almost cringed at the part where Optimus explained who Megatron was to the kids. Only Arcee noticed it though. While Optimus knew my secret, the other Autobots just thought that Megatron had hurt someone very close with or related to. I was very close with or related to. Even if that wasn't the case, I pretend like it was. I've known everyone here besides the humans for years and years. Surely they'd trust me all the same if they knew my secret. But then why does it feel like they wouldn't? Back on Cybertron, in the first years of war, some Autobots found out and they didn't fully trust me. Well, all except for Optimus and Ugh. I need to get my head out of the past. Cliff Jumper's left signal just came back online, Ratchet said. How is that possible? Optimus asked. It isn't! Another bug! The system's full of them! Ratchet snapped. This is no offense to Arcee. I'm just making a random voice. If there's any chance of he's still alive, Arcee began, but Optimus cut her off. Ratchet, repair the ground bridge. Hey, what can we do? The kid named Miko asked. You can stay here with Ratchet, Optimus said. Ratchet rolled his optics as he let out a sigh. As the ground bridge opened, Optimus, Arcee, Bolthead B, and I went through and arrived at an Energon line. We were soon caught up and battled against some Decepticons who were mining. After a decent fight, we changed into vehicle mode and rode down the mine until we came to an open area. We hid behind piles of Energon storage crates. We were spotted and the battle raged on. It's Cliff! I'm a visual! Arcee said through the comm. Go! We'll cover you! Optimus said. And Arcee was off. As I fired at the countless Decepticons, I noticed Arcee near Cliff, and then Cliff fell. After we heard Starscream, "Prime, I'd stick around, but I'm a bit squeamish," Starscream said as he dropped a grenade. He went to take off, but he hesitated when he saw me. He gave me a sharp and angry glare as he flew off. Oh. Okay, that's the end of chapter 1, and because I don't feel like making any more funny voices. Okay, apparently, Optimus Prime's gonna be a Southern hit or something. A Southern hit? I'm sorry. I can't help it. But that's the end of this video because that was chapter 1. See you later, alligators.